Okay, this is a pretty steep hill, actually. It's deceiving. Probably doesn't look steep at all in the video. But I'm going to motor up this. I'm in second gear. Power assist on 5, but that doesn't matter. I'm on Eco 5, I should say. Let's try throttling it. This is all motor. I'm not pedaling at all. And hopefully the camera has a GPS lock, so it's getting the slope. The slope gets pretty consistent here. Well, I'm not even putting 1,000 watts in the motor right now. I could go up a gear, I think. But honestly, I think I'm fairly impressed with what I got right here. Yeah, it's not even, it's going a little below 1,000 watts coming up this hill. And hopefully the camera is catching the slope, because this is actually pretty steep. Again, this is in second gear, just motoring up the hill. Let me try gear higher. Let me try 2 gears higher, actually. Let me get through this. Okay, let's go back to motor. Here's the motor. 15, yeah. No, that's over 1,000 watts now. I'm pushing it. About here is where my other one would kick out. I mean, it wouldn't handle this very long at all. Looks like I'm getting below 15 now. Getting closer to 1,000. Let me try 1 gear down. Yeah, no pedaling at all. No, this is all motor. Pure motor. These hills are brutal if you try and climb them by foot. I mean, by pedaling. I mean, it'll wear you out. And you can see it's yeah, hanging around 1,000. 14.5 miles an hour. Now the hill's leveling off, so alright, give it a break. Okay, so now I'm going to pedal assist. I'm in second gear right now. Assist level 5. You can see this pretty steep hill coming up. Probably should downshift it first, but let's go try it in second. Oh, beauty. That was no trouble at all. I'm going to downshift it first. Drop my assist to 3. And here's an example where you just want to go slower. I mean, going up faster will beat you to a pulp on something like this. And so, having a bike like this is just much better suited to this. And as you can see, it's not really giving all kinds of killer power. I'm not pedaling that hard either. Rough road like this in the old bike would have been just stalling the motor and just too fast, to be honest. I'm too old for that. And this technical stuff, I kind of want to just go slower through it. And this bike just naturally just gives you bionic legs. That's what it really feels like. I'm still getting a bit of a workout, but Obviously doing this with no motor would be brutal. You can see the power it adds on the power meter there. And thankfully, you can see the power meter, even in bright sunlight with sunglasses on, which definitely could not on my old bike. All right, next challenge, loamy uphill. I'm still in first gear, power assist 3, eco mode. And this hill looks flat from here, but it is not flat. Hopefully the camera will catch the slope. And this loamy stuff makes it just that much harder. This is usually up there. And this is what really works the motor hard, because you just don't have the speed. I'm going to go ahead and pull back onto the Jeep trail here. Now, one thing I will say, it feels light. Light meaning it just feels like I'm riding a regular bike on a flat surface. This isn't the loamiest part, but it's not hard pack either. I can just go at a leisurely pace. As you can see, I'm not even using 500 watts most of the time, which is great. So I could pop up a gear. I'm going 8 miles an hour. Pretty easy. Do a quick Excel test. There's motor only. That's second gear, motor only. 12 miles an hour up a loamy hill. Nice. Alright, small demo of a loamy hill climb. This is pretty soft. I've ridden on softer, but pretty darn soft. I'm in first gear, eco, power assist 3, and this hill looks steeper. I'm sure on the video it looks flat, but trust me, it is definitely not flat. So here's what it's like starting up a hill in soft loamy terrain. I'm on the seat, by the way. And pretty much just right up to speed. Right up to speed, no problem. Again, I'm in just first and power assist 3 on eco mode, so it's not like I'm pouring the beans to it. Here's some loamier stuff. That's soft. Actually spinning through there. And if I give it the beans, no problem accelerating. So yeah, this is definitely a hill climbing machine. Compared to my other bike, this is a tractor. Okay, I am now 1 hour into my ride, and I am not far from the summit. I'm at 4,721 feet, and the summit's at 5,000, so 300 feet from there. You can kind of get an idea. The town is flat. This is not. This is all a hill. Okay, I usually do a lot of pushing here. And by the way, I've pushed 0 on this entire trip. I'm 1 hour, 5 minutes in. I'm at 4,830 feet. And I haven't pushed 1 iota. And by the way, I wasn't charged when I left. I'd already gone on about an 8-mile ride in the morning. and it still showed 100%, so I just took off. And of course I'll use the majority of the battery heading up, and going down the hill you don't use really any, you just coast because I'm up pretty high. This is super loamy. I feel my tires spinning at times. It's hard to keep the front wheel because it'll wash out at times. Just how loamy this trail gets, but it's also way steeper than it looks. It's like objects in mirror are larger than they appear, something like that, closer than they appear. Same deal here. This is way steeper than it appears, so hopefully the camera is catching the hill steepness. And here I'll take off, and I'm on the seat, and I just start pedaling, and no problem. It's like as if I'm on level ground. No problem. And this is, like I said, pretty loamy stuff. We're at a creek bottom here. The reason these whoops are here is because vehicles are spinning a lot as they head up this hill. And so it creates these whoopie-doos like that. Okay, here it gets even steeper. And this is a definite pusher on the old bike. I'm riding this on the seat. This is the technical bits where you like these lower gears. At this point, the really steep part begins, and no matter what, there's likely pushing here just because I don't have balance to ride up there. Okay, this is interesting. My other bike, the quote walking mode, was about 5 miles an hour. I'm going up this steep hill. This one I hold the button in here, see the little bike show up. That's the walk assist mode. And this one is like a tractor. Now, of course I could put it in higher gear and go faster, but I don't really want to. Usually my challenge here is it's so rough. I mean, I'm climbing a steep hill and I got rocks everywhere. And, well, like I said, I'm just an old guy, and you don't want to lose your balance and fall on your ass. So this one you got to hold the walk assist mode. Initially I thought I wouldn't like that as much, but one thing I will say, it's way more controllable that way. I'm not even in walk assist mode now. This is not as steep. Okay, now I'm at 4,900 feet. I can probably ride a bunch of this. You can see the supply train trail on the other side there. So I'm at 5,000 feet now, and I've only pushed that one short segment, which I videoed, probably 50 feet maybe, and I only did that because of control, not due to lack of power. This I'm going to push to just because I don't feel comfortable controlling this thing going up there, but power-wise I think it could do it. Alright, I'm at the top, 5126 feet. It's hard to see, but that's a steep hill I just came up. I pushed maybe 200 feet that section because it's just super rocky and difficult, but going forward I can ride the rest of the way home, and I can take the center valley back in, and I'm pretty much coasting from here. Battery still says 53%. which means I could go twice this high, but, well, the bike could. I'm not so sure about me. This is always a pretty place up here, I think anyway. You got the evergreens. These paths are all over. You can tell people, this is a playground. There was probably snow up here not too long ago. And probably a fair amount of it too. But yeah, this is a fun place up here. And as you can tell, I'm obviously coasting downhill now. You can see how wet it is up here. Quite the playground in here. You see, this is a steep hill with a turn, but no problemo. Ooh, that's even steeper. I'm gonna go down this way, actually. There's like too many trails up here. There's the broken down car, which is a landmark. And once I hit that, I know I'm heading down the valley. And with that, this is going to get going a lot faster. I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off. A fairly steep hill on the other side, and I'm just going to ride it. The nice thing is I can just wait until I need to climb the hill to apply any power, and then you just simply pedal up it on the seat, no problem, no stress at all, piece of cake. I think I'm in second too. Yeah, this thing is a billy goat, total billy goat compared to the other bike. Just pulled into the garage after making a big loop through Little Red Rock. There's the battery, 52. At the summit, it read 53. And the range is kind of entertaining. At one point it read 60, another point it read 3. But that was due to, I'm guessing it's estimating the load. So, good long run in the bike. I don't think I even tagged the pedals once, which is, never on the old bike. And total amount of pushing, and the only reason I pushed was where it was just hard to control, because it's so rocky and steep and slanted. So maybe 250 feet of that. Normally it's probably a couple miles of pushing. So awesome. This thing's a billy goat. Love it.